Wanting to do very well. Each one of the trucks very qualified in what they're going to do here tonight. And I promise you, you're going to see some of the wildest action that you've ever seen in monster truck racing.
Here is the agenda. Wheel standing, then distance jumping, topped off by an obstacle course race.
Well, Diehl Wilson right now has got a problem as the windshield coming in from outside has kind of fogged over a little bit. He's going to have to clear that out a little bit before he can even attack the cars. He can't see them right now.
Are these built with defrosters?
I think they took the defroster out of this truck. Diehl, as we mentioned, this gentleman is in the body business. And I tell you what, he does a beautiful job. Watch out. Look at that.
Whoa.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Ken Broo, have you ever seen one stand right up on the rear tires the way that one did?
No, that's a first. The Virginia Giant, Diehl Wilson, has made the first pass, and now we'll load it up for another run.
Well, he set the pace and made it. Now he's running a supercharged Hemi Ford. Fred Shafer runs a supercharged alcohol-burning Chevrolet. Fred Shafer could have a problem because one of the cars, the last car in the lineup, has slipped out of place. They need to move that car back into place before Fred hits it. The other cars, it could be very difficult, the landing situation. They need to move that car back into place. It's very dangerous right now.
But he's got the green flag nonetheless. Barefoot, Fred Shafer. Watch him. Here he comes. Whoa!
My heavens, it is unbelievable.
I have never seen that before in monster truck competition.
It looked like you had launched a rocket, Ken Broo. When he hit the cars, he went right straight up in the air, and then he landed the left tire up on. Let's watch it.
This is unbelievable.
Now watch him when he hits the cars. He just calls for the horsepower on this big supercharged Chevrolet. And when he does that, it's right straight up in the air. Hits him, gives it the power, and look at this.
Oh, man.
But watch that front tire. It misses the cars. It misses the cars. That one car had rolled back with the Virginia Giant hitting it. It made for a very, very tough landing for Barefoot here tonight.
The Virginia Giant, the pride of Ford, against Barefoot, the Chevy.
Oh, fantastic job for Diehl Wilson. Now, they set a white flag out on the trackside. The white flag is where the front tires landed on the Giant. The front tires. Now, that's the point they're measuring from. The visual is not an actual inches mark. But you can bet Fred Shafer can see that white flag, or has seen it. And when he comes around to hit those cars, Fred Shafer will definitely be watching the white flag as long as he can. Of course, when he hits, it's right straight up in the air, and vision goes away. You see the rafters and hope there's something underneath you to land on.
The white flag is basically 3 cars in on the 5-car lineup. So Barefoot has got to go at least that far to tie and pass it to win.
He can do it.
Whoa, man!
Did he ever do it?
Did he win?
Was there ever any doubt?
He hit the lottery. Barefoot wins the jump. He landed in the middle of the 5th car.
I think we're going to see this on a replay, and when we do, I want you to watch what Fred Shafer does. Here again, very good driving technique. He nails it real hard. He gets a lot of air, but watch the front end. Very high in the air, just flying over, lands on that last car. Watch the rear end kick up in the air. What he has to do and what he does is mashes the throttle. He gets traction with the front tires. That pulls the front end out, lets the back end drop down. No problems at all.
Actually, his back tires bettered the mark that the front tires of the Virginia Giant had.
But unbelievable. Now,
Barefoot wins the jump, no problem.
Now the time portion of the race. This is how quick can you go down, make the U-turn, get over the cars, and cross the finish line.
This the obstacle part of the race. We've done wheel stands and distance, and now the obstacle race. There you see Diehl Wilson in the Virginia Giant, seen Bearfoot better him in the jump, and now we'll try to make up some room here, make up some distance in the obstacle race. Here we go.
Both the trucks well built, both of them with planetary gears. Diehl sets it in the slide. He's underway with a good time. A little crossways. He's crossways when he hits.
He lost time on the turn.
He needed to be lined up with the cars a lot straighter than he was when he hit them. He was crossways. Couldn't get it turned around. The vehicle responding too quickly. It just wouldn't come together for Diehl tonight. He's done a great job.
Diehl Wilson, Virginia Giant, but he's left the door open for Bearfoot.
A 15:11.
15 seconds, 15.1 seconds basically is what the time comes down to. Here comes Bearfoot.
You can bet that Fred Shafer's loaded for Bear on this one.
Oh man, steady Freddie Shafer behind the wheel of the Bearfoot. Look at those tires.
Watch this truck. He will show absolutely no mercy on it. Much like he did in the jump, he will be wide open from the word go. Fred Shafer, the dangerous situation here is sliding on the concrete and then hitting the dirt. Now, a lot of times when you do that, the tires won't slide. It'll cause them to tip up on two wheels or even tip completely over. So that's something these guys have to have on their mind.
These trucks can tip over, can't they?
Most definitely. We have seen Fred Shafer upside down on his roof trying to do the same thing.
Fred hoping for better luck now. He's got the green flag. This is Bearfoot.
It loaded right off the starting line. It loaded it right off the starting line, and it really hurts the truck. It's hurting the performance. The motor is overloaded with fuel. He's got to clean it out.
I don't know if he beat him. I don't know if he beat 1:15 or if he beat 15.11 seconds.
Broo, the motor wouldn't work for him that time around. It just would not leave on the starting line. It hesitated, but it would not come to life.
And you think he had too much fuel in the engine?
I think that he had probably loaded.
No, he didn't. He did not beat the Virginia
15:49.
Giant. Virginia Giant beat him by 0.3 of a second.
Well, even Ken Broo, even with the close competition, Bearfoot takes the overall.
Bearfoot takes the overall by virtue of a better performance in the wheel stand and distance, but in the race, in the obstacle course race, the Virginia Giant beat Bearfoot by almost 0.4 of a second. The Truck Pull Championship Series will continue for